There you go. One high, one low. Okay.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver, where we'll see the Nuggets going up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, prior to the game, Coach commented on their level of confidence in the locker room, and he feels that they are prepared with a very strong game plan at the various matchups. Well, the Hornets seem to have found their man in Steve Clifford. Some very good results from his time as coach in Charlotte. What does he bring to the team, guys?
Well, Clifford is bringing, stability, great approach, and consistency.
What more could you want?
That's it.
And, he's built a team around a defensive mindset. And let me tell you, he was able to weather quite a few injuries last season. Still did pretty well.
That about does it for us. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later.
The flags flying high outside the Pepsi Center on this terrific night for basketball in Denver. It's time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Hornets coach Steve Clifford is always pragmatic. He said you look at what wins in this league and you see the best teams don't give up fast break points. Year in and year out, offensive rebounding is not a big factor. Guys, Clifford demands that his guards and small forwards get back after the release of a shot. And the Hornets have become one of the best teams in the league in transition defense.
Thanks, David. He does give a little more leeway to MKG to go to the glass, though, as well he should. And the athleticism for both teams, Chris, certainly there to see.
Oh, you're so right. Very explosive. You love to see the game play out above the rim. I mean, some top 10 plays in the making tonight.
So fun.
Get a nice clean game, huh?
Tip-off goes to Charlotte. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Batum teams up with Kid Gilchrist on the perimeter. Williams is out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Walker in at point guard. Now here is Harris. Dishes to Fareed. Shoots from 12. Rebound by Williams.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
It's good on the putback.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Stolen by Walker. Three-pointer. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Walker.
That's just poor defense. Matching up in transition left a good shooter wide open.
Moutier kicks to Fareed. The pass to Jokic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And the Nuggets might not have too many household names, but they do have some depth. And from 1 to 12, you look up and down that roster, they have players with NBA talent.
And you look at the Nuggets, Greg, they're a team with some young talent, some veteran talent. Where do they go from here?
I think the focus has to be on developing the young players. I mean, you like to have a blend of vets in there to help mentor the young guys. But let's be honest, this is a team that's a long way away from contending.
And it's Jokic with the rebound. Here's Denver now. 4-point game. Here's Fareed. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Hornets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Williams, and no good, trying to use the glass.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just picture-perfect defense there. Really stifled this man and gave him no chance at a clean look.
Out to Gallinari. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And here comes the break. And the dunk by Zeller.
Playing with great energy. Zeller has the speed to drive.
On defense, Charlotte. Jokic with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. That shot off the mark. Excellent D there from Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 5 points so far.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Oh, this could be an early sign of an explosive game for him. You have to keep your eye on him if you're the defense.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Walker. Inside. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Great resolve there on defense, allowing nothing easy.
Now here's Walker. Over in the corner, Batum shoots it. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Nuggets trail by 6.
One thing that Gallinari brings to the table is his ability to line up effectively at either forward spot. Can act as a stretch 4, if you will, with his height and still bother other power forwards. Very efficient shooter at the 4 position when he gets minutes there.
Now here's Williams. Following the miss by Kenneth Fareed. Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Williams gets the bucket. He has 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Greg, talking about the advantage of a guy like Gallinari, other 4s often don't know how to match up with him, especially with his willingness to attack the hoop on the bounce.
Great point. A big part of the bonus you get from Gallinari is just having the flexibility with lineups. I mean, his coach can mix and match how they deploy him depending upon what team they're facing. And he's also improved his rebounding. I mean, to help play more effectively, I believe, at the 4.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Bellinelli's checked in. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. Chris, you've been a part of some great teams that knew how to work well together as a unit. What is needed, you think, from teammates in order to make that happen?
I think you need good leaders, and good leaders are always known to be great followers. And so I think you need great chemistry. Most importantly, talent, and the talent to execute, and a coach who understands and can deliver a message and inspire. And so it's a lot of moving parts. Number one, you just have to be blessed, lucky enough to be in the right situation at the right time.
Great way to put it. Kaminsky kicks to Hibbert. And there's the feed to Kaminsky. From deep 3-point range. Rebound by Nurkic. The Nuggets trail by 7. It's Barton with the drive, and Wilson Chandler with the slam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
Now here's Murray. Here's Hernan Gomez. Hibbert pulls it in.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's a good athlete. With nice fluidity and quickness, Lamb can draw fouls when he's pushing the action.
And
to many, Jeremy Lamb will probably always be known for being a piece of that James Harden trade. But he's still a young player and has started to make his way in the NBA. He's shown flashes of where you can see his potential.
The Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. It's Barton with the drive. 1:09 left in the first. Murray the pass to Hernan Gomez. Barton wide open. He fires. Connects from three-point range. Barton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And with Lamb, Chris, his game is coming along.
Well, a big step for him was getting out of OKC to a situation where he wasn't looked at as a replacement for anyone. Now he can just work on his game, free of any expectation, and see how far he can go. Now that appears to be lack of communication between those two. Just missed time to pass altogether.
Roberts has checked in for Sessions. Feeds to Bellinelli. The dish now to Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
He doesn't have the big vertical or the long arms, but Kaminsky's sheer height makes him a threat to throw it down.
It's tipped. Barton dishes to Nurkic. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season. And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And the key piece in one of the biggest NBA trades over the past few years. Lamb was sent by the Rockets to the Thunder in exchange for James Harden. That was a major trade.
The Hornets have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Denver. The Nuggets trail by 4. They get a hand on it. Shot, high post. Hits the front of the rim and out. From 11 feet away, he can't hit that time. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Hornets lead by 4. From the Pepsi Center. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm. You see it every time he steps on the floor. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
Well, it's clearly part of the game. Quick outlet passes, guys running the floor like they really mean it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Hornets. The forwards are MKG and Kaminsky. Bellinelli is out there with Brian Roberts, and it's Hibbert in at the center. For the Nuggets, Jokic comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Barton. And a switcher also for Charlotte, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Bellinelli. Chris, so often we'll see one play in a game that seems to change the mentality, the momentum, the feel on the floor. As a player, do you feel it when just one play can alter the mood of a game, change the pace of a game?
Well, yeah, Kevin, you can definitely feel it. I mean, a lot of times, you're trying to invoke it, implore it. You're trying to speak it into existence.
Yes.
So, if you see someone that gets a big steal when you need one and you guys have been, plotting for it on the sideline in the huddle, or if you see a guy hit a big three that ties up the game and, it's a 17-4 run and it makes everyone believe, and then the roar of the crowd and how that goes, momentum is definitely tangible. When you see someone get dunked on and one poster, take the lead up by 1, crowd goes crazy. I believe, it actually affects you physically.
Yes.
Your heartbeat, your pulse, your endorphins, your adrenaline, everything gets going. So, yeah, you definitely can feel when the play alters the mood of the game.
Great way to put it. Arthur kicks to Jokic. Back to Arthur. Denver passing it around. Jokic against Hibbert. Moutier with the basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. And you talk about a scorer who can just get red hot. Jamal Murray is that guy. Once he hits a few from deep, he just gets in his groove and can pick apart a defense. Will attack the rim and mix it up on offense if the D starts to overplay his jump shot.
Here's Moutier. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now it's a three-point Denver lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. And with Murray, even in his short college career at Kentucky, he has shown that he can absolutely take over a game with his offense.
Yeah, there were a few games for him with the Wildcats where he just looked to be playing against fifth graders the way he was scoring. Can still get cold from the outside and struggle like anyone else, but when he is on, he is a force of nature on the offensive end.
Man among boys, you're right, G.A. Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Cody Zeller comes in for Roy Hibbert, and Sessions subbed in for Walker. Here's Sessions. Right through the D for the layup.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Strong fundamentals right there. He didn't consider the height disadvantage too long. Instead, he just went right at him and sunk it in his grill, in the face.
Here's Kid Gilchrist.
Oh, come on. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Pass to Jokic. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Kenneth Fareed, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Fareed goes in. Out to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Down low, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gallinari.
Now, look, you got to respect the defense of Kid Gilchrist. He's just absolutely tenacious.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Moutier passed to Gallinari. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Batum. Charlotte leading by 3. And last season, Chris, no one was really quite sure what would come of the Hornets, but they ended up being one of the tougher teams in the entire Eastern Conference.
Well, and what is really impressive is the Hornets did that while dealing with a bunch of injuries. Everyone was surprised at how strong the Eastern Conference was during the season, and the Hornets were one of those surprise teams leading the way. You could definitely say the Hornets surpassed expectations last season.
And the Hornets making a change here. Lamb's checked in. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And Harris wide open. He shoots, sinks the three-pointer. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Back to Sessions. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Chris, you're a Detroit product through and through. Grew up in the area and played for the University of Michigan. Did growing up in Detroit impact at all how you played the game?
Oh, man, definitely. You know, growing up on the west side of Detroit, I just, you know, everybody in Detroit were Pistons fans. So, number one, that influenced me a big time. It's funny. Isaiah was my favorite player, and after he won the MVP a couple of times, he would always say, "Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom." So that's why after every game, I actually did it and was influenced that way. And Chuck Daly, he was a mentor to me. He knew me